Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Subject to Change is here. Zion's dropping a sneaker. The NBA playoffs are in full swing. And thank God, out of all years that we needed to hear something like this, it is 2020. Football is back, kind of. No fans is back. Not sure what it's going to look like, but it's back. And so is Tom. You know, I ran out of options, folks, so Tom's back again. Tom's in the woods. Tom, how you doing?
I'm a little shaken up. I got some hate mail after our last pod. I talked bad about Charlie D'Amelio. Never, ever, ever again. I love the D'Amelios. I hope they replace the Kardashians on E. But other than that, I'm doing well.
Did you actually get hate mail, or are you just making that up?
I got some bad DMs.
Seriously?
Bad comments. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, no, it's a dangerous world out there, especially when it comes to 16-year-old influencers. Everybody was getting at our heads on it. You got to learn, Tom. You can't read comments. I know you're big into this whole, like, you love the media stuff and the social. Just don't read them. It's better off that you don't, because I get in there. You go down the rabbit hole, and all of a sudden, you know, oh, God, there's some bad ones. There's no reason to do it.
Don't read them.
Oh, shoot. I forgot something in the intro. How about Odell, huh?
I don't want to talk about that one either. Apparently, he likes.
Okay, Lions is shutting this off right now. So we're not gonna. I meant Odell is one of the best wide receivers in the league, and I just drafted him like I do every year in the first round of my fantasy draft. And there's no money involved in my fantasy draft, so God, I'm on thin ice right now. I'm just gonna tiptoe my way out of that situation. And
you're gonna get destroyed for drafting Odell in the first round. But anyways, go on.
No, I do it every single year.
It's a terrible pick.
I do it every single year. I'm the worst team in our league.
Okay.
Have you ever watched the league? Okay, let's get real quick into TV shows that you just – because you're uncultured and don't watch. Have you ever watched the league? Listen.
I have no idea what that is.
Are you serious?
None.
Dude, no.
What is it?
I'm not busting your balls about, like, The Office. Like, everybody's heard of that stuff. The League is the funniest show. And I don't even know where you get it anymore. It used to be Netflix, like when I was like 17, so like 12 years ago. It was.
Oh, so it's like 40 years old. Yeah, past. Okay, never mind.
No, dude, it's not.
You just lost the argument.
I'm dead serious. Anybody out there who knows the league, I am Taco, the guy named Taco in the show. That's who I am in the league. And anyways, I mean, seriously though, you really should go back and watch it. But let's get into something that actually means something. The NBA playoffs. Michael Porter Jr. put his family jewels right in the face of Montrezl Harrell. God, right after winning DPOY too, that sucks. That's
destroyed.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Michael Porter is unbelievable. Like, I've been saying this for like 5 years now. When overtime first started, we went and filmed him down at Peach Jam. He was on the same AU team as Trae Young. And, like, he was literally Kevin Durant. Like, he just looked exactly like him, played exactly like him. So it doesn't surprise me at all. But Montrezl Harrell, yeah, he got baptized.
Yeah, no, but Porter's been playing good this whole bubble, playoff, whatever. I mean,
he's finally healthy.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh, back problems. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. He'll kind of phase in and out of the league, have some good games here and there. But, I mean, the videos that you saw right after, like a couple months after his surgery, you knew it was just a matter of time. I mean, I will give you that. It's a good take. So write that down. Tom had a good take today. Michael Porter is very Kevin Durant-ish, esque, whatever you want to say if you're fancy. And that team with Trae Young, stupid. Was just ridiculous, by the way. But do you think he's a future All-Star, Michael Porter?
100%. Michael Porter, like, coming out of high school, Michael Porter was better than Zion. Like, he was higher rated. I mean, I thought he was the best recruit coming out of high school since people said Anthony Davis, but, like, it could have been LeBron. Like, he was that good. So, and I know that doesn't mean everything, but he went to Missouri. He was hurt. And now he's finally back playing, and he doesn't even play that many minutes, and he drops, like, he's an instant 20 points. So, yes, I think he's an all-star. He's on an awesome team, which is good. Like, yeah. Jokic is perfect with him. And they just, like, when he's in the game, like, you can, like, he has 2 all-stars on his team, like Jokic and then Jamal Murray, like, eventually will be an all-star. And they look to him. Like, they want to give him the ball to let him score. So, no doubt in my mind he'll be an all-star.
Okay, let's talk one more thing. All-star, yes. Let's say you think over under, you take in 5 all-star appearances for Michael Porter Jr. That's a big number. 5 is you're starting to talk about like some of the best of all time.
It's going to be tough. He's in the West, so he's like constantly battling with LeBron and Kawhi to be like small forwards. I mean, obviously LeBron only has like a couple of years left.
Yeah, he's starting to phase.
It all depends on if he stays healthy. Like I love him, but he hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. He got hurt in Missouri. He missed the whole year in the NBA. Missed most of this year, second year in the NBA. So if he can stay healthy, sure. But like, if he can't, I mean, there's nothing we can do. He'll be another guy that, you know, you wish you could see more of. But if he stays healthy, I think 5 is about the right number. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna
Did
be.
you ever play him?
Michael Porter?
Yeah.
No, I never played him. But the only real interaction I've ever had was I was on a visit to Missouri when I was like a sophomore. It was my first ever offer. Really cool visit. Got to go around campus. Columbia, Missouri is a beautiful place. Kim Anderson was the coach at the time, and that's where Michael Porter and his brother Jonte, who I'm a little closer to Jonte than I am to Michael. Shout out to my boy. I know he's doing well somewhere. He's battling.
He's good too. He's really good.
Yeah, he's in the league somewhere. I'm not sure exactly. He's not too. He doesn't put a whole bunch of stuff out there. But anyways. I met Michael when he was training there at Missouri, getting ready to play there. He went through that injury stuff. He's got a wild story, transferring to from Missouri to Washington, and then ends up. Where does he end up?
He went to Nathan Hale, where he played for Brandon Roy. They had like the best high school team in the country, and then he went to Missouri for college because I think his dad's a coach down there or something, or there's some family relation.
Did he go Missouri, Washington back to Missouri, or was it just Washington?
So he committed to Washington. He committed to Washington at first. Everyone thought he was going there, and then he decommitted kind of at the last second and decided to go to Missouri.
Got you. Well, you mentioned Zion already, and we got to pay the bills around here. So let's talk about the biggest name in rookie basketball right now. He's dropping a sneaker. First year in the league. They don't make the playoffs, correct? They don't make the playoffs?
No, not even close, really.
They're in the bubble. There's other teams that
they're really bad.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not that bad.
No, in the bubble they were really bad.
All right, whatever. He's got a sneaker deal. What's it worth? $3 billion? What is it? Lifetime deal?
Well, he's making a shoe. It's called the Z Jordan. So obviously just following in the Jordan brand. I've never been a big Jordan brand guy. Just like on my shoe, like what I wear, I obviously like them and think everyone else should wear them. Don't you think it's weird that he doesn't already have a shoe? Like he's the second biggest name in the NBA after LeBron.
I mean,
like, don't you think he should have just like came to the NBA and they're like, here's a shoe, go sell them?
Unless your last name is Ball, you don't make a shoe earlier than this. This is pretty damn early.
That proves my point for a lot of things, but
Melo was in elementary school and he was like trapping shoes right out of his locker. LeVar's like, take these, sell them today, or you don't get dinner. These are the Z01.
How much are you paying for a Zion sneaker?
Let's flip that around. How much are you going to pay for a Zion sneaker? Because we all know that Tom's the biggest hype beast to ever live. Like, how many Travis Scott burgers have you had so far?
I haven't gone yet, but I want to go so badly. Those look amazing. It's just a quarter pounder with bacon, but it just like, I don't know. They're giving away shoes at some of the McDonald's, but anyways, I don't think we should talk about McDonald's. I don't know. I feel like his shoe is going to be bulky. Like he has to wear. I mean, he snapped that shoe in college. Doesn't he have to wear like the most protective shoes ever? Like I like my stuff light. If I had to guess, his shoe will be like 125-ish. And, I mean, I think he'll sell a zillion of them.
I think they're higher.
Those commercials are going to be insane. Like him just dunking in them. Like
the people
do crazy stuff.
Like actual commercials or not really?
Yeah, whatever. Like social media campaigns.
Yeah, I think they'll be higher than that because Jordan. I feel like all Jordan stuff starts super high. I mean, you can always
that's true.
Drop it down. I'd say it's somewhere around that 200 mark. I don't know.
Jordan's like taking over. They have Luka also.
Yeah, does he ever get his own shoe though? I don't know if he's that kind of like.
I don't know. I feel like international, like, that's pretty big. Like, that's
Yeah,
a lot of people.
yeah, you can dip into the entire European market for sure, big time if you're
Yeah,
Jordan.
they have Zion, they have Luca, they have Russ, I think. They still have Carmelo, who, like, balled out in the playoffs, by the way. No, I think the Zion shoe will be cool. I'm always curious. I like when I see other players wearing players' shoes. Like, it feels like every player wears Paul George's sneakers. They're like, okay, these are a dope shoe. And I would love to see if players will wear the Zion.
Well, I mean, you got limited options. I mean, even at our level, if you're not wearing a signature shoe, talking about the LeBrons, the PGs, the Kyries, Kobe's, whatever. If you're not wearing some kind of Nike signature and you're trying to wear like, or you just like, I don't know, you have toxic masculinity and you're like, I'm not wearing his shoes. Like, then all you pretty much have left as options are these things that look like pseudo Air Force One / like old school LeBrons. They're terrible. I'll bring them on next time. Like, I've never worn them. They're flat.
Yeah.
The full bottoms are flat.
What shoe do you play in?
I like lotta.
You switch it up.
I switch it up. Generally, they're Kobe's. I like Kyrie's. I like the Kyrie ones. The threes that he's got out right now are a little too high for me, but I'll pretty much.
Those are the ones I wear. I like them a little higher.
Yeah.
But I'm also not playing at West Virginia. Do you think Zion will be an all-star next year?
What?
Will
Yes.
Zion be an all-star?
Yes, for sure. Full year. Oh my God, yes. A full year uninterrupted by any chaos, for sure, going to be an all-star. I don't even think that's a question.
Yeah, he'll probably win MVP in the all-star game just with all of his dunks. But anyways.
I mean, if we're talking about all-star stuff and how much of a popularity contest that is, who doesn't like Zion? What has he done that made anybody not like him?
He's the most likable human being in the world.
He's a gigantic teddy bear who can bench press like 480. And, dude, I mean, I don't know who doesn't like Zion. Should seek help if you don't. Anyways, let's move on to the next series that we're talking about. I told people in my facility, I said Miami is going to dub lightly the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm a Wisconsin boy. I don't love Milwaukee. I didn't grow up. Like, I watched Michael Redd a little bit, but dude, there's so many kids watching our pod right now that are like, who's Michael Redd? And it just makes me sad because I'm old. But anyways, I told people Miami is a problem for Milwaukee. And like, you're going to come to find out, Jordan was right. Normally is.
That was a good call. You said it last time too. Heat win in 5. It was kind of easy. I was surprised they lost game 4 once Giannis went down. But Giannis doesn't even play yesterday. Miami kind of played around with them for a bit and then eventually just, like, took over in the end. I mean, Jimmy Butler is, like, he's a monster. Like,
yeah.
He's scary.
Let's play GM. You ready for this? You're the GM of the Miami Heat. All right? Who is it? What is Pat Riley? Owner?
He's everything. He's God.
He's God?
Yeah, God of the Heat.
It's a hell of a place to be a god. Anyways, so you are the GM of the Miami Heat, and I am in Milwaukee saying, look, Giannis wants out of here. It's cold as shit. We keep losing. We can't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and the East sucks. We want to maybe take some of your young guys. Let's talk. I got Giannis, the best player in the league, arguably. People are going to get tight about that one. But anyways, let's send him down to Miami. Who are you going to offer back to me if I'm going to give you Giannis to pair up with Jimmy Butler? I'm not going to try to touch, a franchise player like Jimmy. You got a lot of young guys. Tell me who you're going to put on the trade block.
Okay, so the not fun way of saying this is like, I'm just going to wait one more year where Giannis will be a free agent, and I'll just sign him as a free agent for $1 zillion. But the fun way to think about it, oh, wow, who am I giving up? Like, Miami, like, they can't give up Jimmy. They can't give up Bam.
Nope.
They're going to have to give up Hero, but, like, I am not touching Tyler Hero. Like, I'd rather have Hero with that group. I don't know. They have a bunch of first-round picks. Dunn, who is, finished second in Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Who's the shooter? Duncan Robinson. I mean, they're just going to have to throw together some guys, but I don't know. You probably have to include Hero, right?
I mean, in order for it, like, yes, no doubt. Logically, you're going to wait, and you're going to wait till he's a free agent, try to grab him then, which I think is very, very possible. But even then, you pick him up in free agency. Now you got to deal with cap space and all this stuff. And with Jimmy already down there on a supermax, I mean, there's only so much money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
The Heat don't need him. The Heat need Giannis. They seem fine without him.
To win the whole thing. Once again, Jordan's going to be right. The Lakers are going to win it this year. They're going to win it.
Oh, God. Don't even talk about the Lakers. Last night they get lucky because of playoff Rondo, or else they lose that game also.
Dude.
Did you see Rondo shooting threes like he's hero? He had 21 points.
Dude, these guys in the NBA, whether like bad shooters in the NBA, bad shooters at the high level, like will outshoot any people just chilling on the couch. I can't stand I went to the rec and I was 4 for 11. I can shoot better than Rondo. Like, all right, bro.
I didn't say that. All I said was if Rondo hasn't played in 2 years, comes out yesterday and he's the best player in the NBA.
Do you not know who Rajon Rondo is? Like, the dude is
he's like 40.
Meaning he's.
I love Rondo. I think playoff Rondo's the man. He's super competitive. Last night he's like grabbing James Harden's arm, trying to like demonstrate what a foul is. It was hilarious. But like playoff Rondo or TV Rondo, that's like 50 years old. This guy should not be doing it anymore. But here he is. Last night, game's like tied going into the fourth, and he scores like 1,000 points all of a sudden. All right, he's 34. All right, he's older than our producer. I mean, like I don't know. I mean, he's not supposed to be good anymore, but here we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so. Whether or not
did you
just don't want to listen? But go ahead. What'd you say?
Have you? I didn't even ask when we were talking about the Heat. Have you talked to Tyler at all while he's been in the bubble?
Yeah, I talked to Ty earlier when he just got down to the bubble. He said it's really interesting because he actually walks through like the cafeteria, and it'll be like different guys like on the Lakers. Some guys he might like, some guys he doesn't really like. I'm not going to get into it. A little bit of drama.
He's tall enough. He's tall enough where people aren't like, oh, that's like the trainer, right? Like he's not getting those vibes, right?
Why? Because he's the white guy down there? Like, dude, is this guy – does he work for Disney?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No. Tyler had braids in his head for people know who Tyler is now. It's the interview with Jimmy and Bam talking about I can't swim or just difference doing the pyramid cheerleader thing.
Do me a favor. Next time you talk to him, ask him.
Ask him what? If anybody's ever asked, like, hey, can you stretch me out real quick?
Can you wrap my ankle? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love Tyler. Bro, I didn't know he could pass like that. He threw out the dime of the year last night. The game they lost, he hit like 3 threes in a matter of like 50 seconds when they were down like 12. I knew he would be good, but I didn't think what was the stat yesterday we read? Tyler's 20, right? Is that how old he is? 20?
Yeah, he's 20.
22?
Yeah.
And he made it to an Eastern Conference Finals. And LeBron didn't make one until he was 26, and like Giannis hasn't made one. It was some crazy stat, and I was just like dying. There was a poll yesterday on Twitter, and it said, "Who would you want to start your franchise with, Luka, Giannis, or Tyler Hero?" And Tyler Hero beat Giannis in the poll. It was like 50,000 votes. People voted Luka, then Tyler, then Giannis.
Oh, Luka first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Luka's had another year. Luka's in a place like Dallas where. He is – I mean, he's everything for Dallas right now outside of Porzingis. But, I mean, put Tyler in a situation like that, 2 years in a spot where he gets to really just do his thing. Now, granted –
Wait, you're not about – I know he's your boy, but you're not about to say Tyler's better than Luka, right? I'm the biggest Tyler Hero fan ever. You're not going to make me hate on Tyler, right?
No, I'm not going to make you hate on Tyler. I love Luka. I love Tyler. I think they're great for the league right now, just how skilled they are. But I'm just saying, let's see. Let's wait. Luka after 2 years, Tyler after 2 years. I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to get who's better or anything like that. I think Luka's unreal. He was an all-star. Let's not even get – it's a different level right now just based on how long they've been in the league and what they're doing.
All of that, and is LeBron still the best player in the NBA?
Yeah. Yeah, I get in these arguments.
So crazy.
What?
No, he's still the best player in the NBA. I just can't even believe it.
I mean, who are you going to say? Kawhi? I mean, Kawhi's your only other
No,
argument.
there's literally no one else. There's no one even.
I can make an argument for Kawhi for sure. I can make an argument for Kawhi.
Yeah.
If the Clips come out of the West, I can definitely make an argument just based on this year. I mean, over his career, LeBron's been the best player. I mean, since Kobe, since Jordan, and you can just leave it at those three. But I get in these LeBron arguments way too much. I try to stay away from them. It's better for my mental health.
I mean, Tyler Hero was obviously the steal of his draft, but now let's talk about this year's draft, 2021. You have guys like Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, LaMelo. What do you think about Anthony Edwards? You ever play with him?
Never played with him. He reminds me of Russell Westbrook. He plays super angry. Tries to rip rims.
Yeah, he's one of those kids. He reclassified, right? So a lot of these guys are skipping their senior year basically. I mean, they're skipping their junior year, I guess technically. He reclassed, went to Georgia. Georgia kind of sucked, but he was a stud there. He's kind of been that guy for the last few years now, where it's okay, this draft is kind of weird. It's not the best class in the world, but Anthony Edwards is really solid, and if you just want a really good player, he's gonna be great in the NBA. There's no questions with him, right? He's 6'6", 6'5", shooting guard, gonna score a ton. He's built like an NBA player. He's athletic. I don't know. Is he your number one pick?
Who has number one right now?
Minnesota. So they already got D'Lo. They already got Cat. So that's why people are saying they already have a point guard. They don't need LaMelo, and they already have a center. They don't need Wiseman. So Anthony Edwards is the easiest pick.
I don't know. I don't know if I pass up LaMelo at one. And people are going to be like, what? But I don't know if I pass up LaMelo at one. And the reason is if I take LaMelo and I can put – first of all, there's few and far between true point guards in the league anyways. And D'Lo is not a true point guard, and he'd tell you that himself. He's a bucket getter. I mean, that's what he does. So he's not coming down looking past first. LaMelo, on the other hand, being young, I think his best attribute is his vision. I think you throw him and D'Lo at that hybrid 1-2 spot. You get a lot of length at your 1-2 spot. Now you got matchup problems. And with him, D'Lo, and Karl Anthony Towns, you're talking about a dominant team in Minnesota now, not just they could be. I mean, they honestly, if LaMelo goes one to Minnesota, I think Minnesota is a very serious playoff team within a year or two. They might be rookie year, something like that. That's happening in Miami right now with Tyler. I don't know.
Yeah, you already know that I would take LaMelo, but people would think that's crazy. And then I just love LaMelo, but I just think that Dio is an amazing scorer, and Cat obviously, and LaMelo's he's the best passer in the draft, and I think that he would only make them better. But okay, hear me out. I've been thinking about this. There is a world where LaMelo Ball should quit basketball. You can make the argument that LaMelo Ball should quit basketball, and this is why. Okay, so yes, he's gonna get drafted. He's gonna get criticism. He's there's a ton of stuff going around. It's always difficult. He could just become an influencer. Does he really have to deal with Skip Bayless every day, talking terribly about him? Does he have to deal with potentially getting hurt, dealing with contracts, moving to Minnesota? All right, he could just be an influencer. Should he quit basketball?
You have a real issue. You have a real issue with this whole TikTok. TikTok got you saying crazy stuff. You just told me.
I didn't say he should. I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying there's a world where LaMelo Ball, he should just quit. Okay, listen, dude.
Oh, hold on. 5.5. Tom, okay. I don't care how many followers he has. I don't care any. But let me tell you about the world we live in, Tom. Patrick Mahomes just bought half the city of Kansas City. He just bought everything. He bought the sports teams.
He could buy the whole city.
He bought the Chiefs themselves. He bought all the McDonald's and the Travis Scott burgers that they have. He's got everything.
He actually bought a baseball team. He bought the Royals.
He bought the Royals. He bought the Arch in St. Louis. That's not even in that same city or anywhere close. He just bought it because he thought it looked cool. And all he does is throw a pigskin around. And you're going to tell me LaMelo, a lottery pick, is supposed to leave and go with Charlie. Really?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
TikTok's got
LaMelo
you
loves
messed
basketball.
up. TikTok's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You need
No,
therapy.
LaMelo loves basketball, and since he loves basketball, he should play it. But if he had other interests, if he was like, maybe I want to be a rapper, maybe I just want to do fashion,
His mother's already a rapper.
He is set up perfectly for a 19-year-old to do all those things. He has 5.5 million Instagram followers, which is more than Zion has in the league. He has more than any player that's ever come into the draft. He has more followers than them, right? Without even trying. He posts once in a while. It's like whatever. He hasn't put anything into it. He has his own Facebook show where he could easily make 6 figures an episode if that continued to grow, or if he could get it on TV, which I think he would. People are that interested in him. He could easily do the fashion thing. He loves clothes. He could easily become a rapper. His brother already did it, and I've heard LaMelo spit bars. It's pretty good. If he doesn't want to play basketball, if he doesn't want to move to Minnesota, if he wants to take a break, I'm just saying he could become a multi-millionaire doing other stuff. And you can't say that about a lot of NBA players.
$250 million. Patrick Mahomes, $250 million.
You don't think he can make that? You don't think he can make that?
I mean, maybe. What's Logan Paul worth? I don't know.
I don't know. Those guys spend so much money. That's the problem. Like Logan Paul probably spends like $500K a day, like doing reckless stuff.
Yeah, they just buy Teslas just to like blow them up.
Blow them up.
That's sick, by the way. That's so awesome. Imagine waking up and being
we're gonna do that one day.
All right, cool.
I think LaMelo should go to the NBA. He loves basketball. He is an amazing hooper, and I think he can be a 10, 15-year vet all-star type player. But if he wanted to, he's one of the few players that have a ton of other options.
Oh, for sure. He definitely could. Should he? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. People need sports. They need to be obsessed with these athletes and everything they do. Personally, I don't know if it's just because I am an athlete. There's no people that you can admire more than the guys that you see who they had to, put in stupid amounts of work. They had to hit, the right steps in their career all the way up through. Like, I even think of guys like J.J. Watt. Like, I admire J.J. Watt more than I'll ever admire even like a Logan Paul. I admire J.J. Watt because he signs a multi-million-dollar deal and he's having this like janitor lady open the gym up so he can work out at 6 a.m. the next morning. Those are the kind of guys society needs. We need that back, and it is coming back, thank God. But LaMelo stay in that realm, as your father would tell you, stay in your lane, right? That's a.
I'm just saying, he's had to go to Lithuania. He's had to go to Australia. He's had to go to Ohio. He might need a break.
Yeah, he might need a break. You know what else had a fairly long break in our world is football, but it's back. And let's talk about what college football looks like starting here this Saturday. My boys here at West Virginia have Eastern Kentucky, who I think.
Are you friends with anyone on the football team?
Yeah, Jarrett Doge. He's our starting quarterback. He's our starting quarterback.
Oh, he is? How did you become friends with the starting quarterback?
I was out on the town, just, cruising the streets, and bumped into him last year. Yeah, a little of that. Yeah, okay. And we were chilling, having like a glass of purified water and a lemon like slice in there, and we were talking, and he was like, oh, by the way, I'm the quarterback here, and last year there was a quarterback battle. He ends up winning it at the end of the year. He brought us, because we brought in a new coach. Neil Brown has been huge for us, but anyways, there's a bunch of shifts that happened last year. We went through kind of a growing pain year, which I know all about. And ever since Jared took the reins, we've been tough. I think he brings us to 8 wins this year. I don't know how many games they even play. They play 10?
Yeah, I don't know how many games they play. I think that's – oh, wow, look at the sun. That's cool
They
that you
went
guys just run into each other like that. 8-1, no way.
8-2.
Yeah,
Boys, 7-3.
West Virginia's had some good teams in the past, and that's cool that you're friends with their quarterback. I don't know what happens this year. I don't even know what teams are playing. Like, I just assume that Alabama will destroy everyone. Like, people ask me all the time, like, is football going to happen? I'm like, literally, this earth needs to explode before Alabama doesn't play football. Like, that Alabama and Auburn game is happening. I don't care if everyone in the whole entire country has COVID.
Nick Saban would host a game in his backyard if it really came to it, and I'm sure it's big enough.
Yeah. Whether it's right or wrong, like, it's up for everyone else to decide. We want everyone to stay safe, obviously. But West Virginia plays Texas at some point. Can we get a score for that game, an early prediction? We'll approach it when it comes up. But Texas-West Virginia plays with score this year.
Yeah, no. Make sure this is being recorded, and we can take this for when they do play. West Virginia versus Texas. I'm not even sure where the game's played, but let's be honest, there's no fans. So the better team's just going to come out on top. That's what I do like about this whole situation. But West Virginia, it's the Big 12 now. We don't play much defense around here in college football in the Big 12. We just sling it. I'm going to go little bit of a – I'm going to go 35-42 West Virginia. No, 35-45 West Virginia wins.
Nice. I'm going to go 65-35 West Virginia.
30 ball.
Have you talked to any of the football players, though, about, like – because obviously you've been on campus, like, what it's been like coming back? Like, is it different? Have you talked to any of the players or not?
Yeah, I talked to a few of them. So the biggest thing is on every college campus is there's one place you need to stay the hell away from if you are an athlete, and that is frat row. I mean, these White Claw drinking hooligans are really putting everybody on edge. Like, administration has had enough. They just shut our university in-class classes down for 2 weeks because of, like, 2 different frat parties. They do know how to – they do what they do. They do what they do, and they do it very well.
They're good at it.
Yeah. I think they, like –
professionals.
They do, like, curls all day, smash White Claws, and do other, things that we can't get into. And they're all Brad and Chads, and they throw huge parties. And some of our athletes, I think, might have been around it. There's rumors through the grapevine. Not any of the basketball guys. We stayed away from it. There's other issues. We get tested like every week. So one girl gets corona, and all hell breaks loose in that team because of contract tracing. But it's been like a complete, like, I don't know, just flipped on its head kind of year for our football team. They didn't know if they were going to play. The Big Ten, does what they do. And by the way, is Big Ten, are they sitting right now, if you're the Big Ten who made the call, we're going to postpone or cancel the season, kind of like, oh, shit? I mean, look at the NFL. The NFL's had training camps. They've been running into each other and, smashing their heads against each other for weeks, and no big spikes. They're going home to their families, no bubble. I mean, they're just –
Yeah. I think the Big Ten thought when they canceled that other conferences would follow, and every other conference was like, nah, we playing. So I think they're going to end up coming back. What I'm hearing is that they'll end up coming back in October sometime.
From what you're hearing, from your sources?
Yeah, I got sources.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like, in school where, like, all your buddies, you're walking into this class and you're like, I'm about to tell this teacher off. When I do it, make sure you guys are like, yeah, we agree. And then you stand up and you say something, and then you look around and all your boys are like, oh, that was like what it was. The Big Ten was like, I'm gonna show this, I'm gonna show them. And then now they're sitting here like, wait, everybody else is gonna play this week? No, not good. Not a good look. Not a good look.
I'm excited for football to be back. I hope they all stay safe and healthy and that we don't see another spike. I think they'll be okay. I think we're getting to a point where football will be okay.
We're going to do Olivia's college football picks. She knows nothing about college football. She claims she does know about football. Here we go. Well, yeah, one of these games is postponed for Florida International. UCF, I guess, is not happening. But, Tom, I'm going to give you this one because it's a New York team. Give you that one close to home. ACC Syracuse versus North Carolina.
I got Syracuse winning.
Okay, that's wrong. All right, Liv, Big 12. Louisiana versus Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Good pick. Back to the ACC for Tom. Duke versus Notre Dame. Tom, don't mess this one up.
I hate Notre Dame.
Doesn't matter if you hate them.
But I'm picking them because Duke is a basketball school.
Okay. All right. Missouri State versus Oklahoma back in the Big 12.
Oklahoma.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm lobbing these to her right now. Anyways. All right. Here's
I feel okay.
Don't change that answer. Clemson versus Wake Forest.
Clemson by 1 billion.
Okay, good. All right.
They will cover.
This one is for Spencer. But Liv's gonna answer it. I'm gonna just probably nudge her in a certain direction. I'm gonna go upset city here. UTEP plays Texas, and UTEP is 1-0 right now because somehow they played a game. I don't know where or how or when or who, but they did. Liv, UTEP versus Texas.
Texas?
No,
What?
no. Liv picked UTEP. So
Good job, Liv.
Let's talk about this whole thing. Everybody's talking about it. Barstool is making $1 zillion off T-shirts. I'm not sure what's going on with Odell. I don't want to believe the thing that's going on with Odell. That's my boy. I literally pick him first round, do or die in every fantasy draft I've ever had. It never works out, but I do it anyways because I love him. I can't believe the whole thing that's going on, but these no jumper girls, somebody needs to go censor this show. There needs to be supervision. Their parents need to be called. They need to be sent to the office. I don't know what needs to happen, but you're not buying any of this, right?
Who comes up with that story? Like, who just like, you know what I'm going to come up with today? This story.
Them. Look at them. I just see them, and I'm like, they sat down before this episode and said, whose life can we burn right now? Just make it a dumpster fire when they wake up and their phone is literally smoking from Twitter things of trolls, you know. No.
I'm not here to call anyone a liar. They seem very believable. They seem like really trustworthy people. They like have good morals, and I think they have really good morals, and I believe them. Hey, if it's true, like if he admits it, if everything, are you still drafting him first, or is that like an automatic release?
No, it's not an automatic. It's not an automatic release. I'm loyal. I don't.
You're into that?
You're off the field stuff. Don't put. Your off the field, off the court stuff is your stuff. Just come ready to play. Just come ready to play on Sunday. Take a shower, and let's just be ready to play on Sunday and win me some fantasy games. Let's move on before you say anything that's going to get us canceled and my compliance office to freak out. Okay, last thing. In the same boat of like Twitter rats and just rats in general, let's talk about your TikTok people hanging out with 6ix9ine yesterday. Not sure what that's about. I don't know if you condone that. If you could meet 6ix9ine, I know you would, because you're all about a click, Tom. You're all about a click.
No.
That's the problem.
I wouldn't even put 6ix9ine on overtime. Like, I really wouldn't. Like, if you're
that's
a snitch like that.
Lie. Oh
no,
my
that's my
God.
line. That's my line. You don't cross the snitch line in my book.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him, though. He went on the Logan Paul podcast, and they were talking about, like, he was making fun of Logan Paul's tattoos, and I was like, 6ix9ine, you literally have 6ix9ine postered on your face. But, yeah, he went to the Hype House. It looked like he chilled with, like, Taylor Holder and a bunch of those other.
Who let him into the Hype House? What is going on with
exactly? That is exactly my thought. They, like, need parental supervision. Who was like, you know who we should bring in here? The most hated man in the world.
Like, that's like real heat. Like, I don't know where Chief Keef is, but he wants to kill him. There's like 5 other rappers who have rap sheets that would do it and want to off him. And you're going to be like, oh, here I am on TikTok. And all of a sudden, you know, that Airbnb mansion that is the Hype House gets aired out Like, that's not good. It's not smart. You're bringing a lot of heat into things that don't need heat. You know, like.
Would you hang out? Do you like 6ix9ine?
No.
Would you let him on the podcast? If he says, I want to be a guest on the Jordan McCabe Subject to Change podcast, is he coming on?
No. You know,
Is Liv still there? I want to know if she thinks he's cute.
Liv said no.
He has nice teeth.
He has nice teeth. They're fake. But anyways. No, I go by one thing when it comes to 6ix9ine. Lil Durk said it best. Please do not play that little boy in the club because we do not listen to rats, period. I would just play the song the whole time and stare at him. That'd be the podcast until he left the Zoom. I would play the song and just stare at him. Sometimes we laugh.
We don't. This is a no 6ix9ine podcast. Okay, shout out to the hype house for having him on, but we do not mess with 6ix9ine. No snitches here.
Can't trust those kids anywhere. Anyways, but yeah.
You guys kind of look alike.
Who?
Like if you changed your hair.
Do you know who?
You have the same structure.
Do you know who Skinny from the 9 is? Have you ever seen that kid?
No.
He's like a SoundCloud rapper, I'm pretty sure. Everybody tags me in his stuff. I'm going to send it to you later. Everybody's like, you look like Skinny from the 9. And Liv's like, you look like Skinny from the 9. But anyways, let's get into our Kardashian ending where we stay. Well, we're already in it. This is how we end every podcast. We talk about stuff that has nothing to do with sports, stuff we don't really know about. And we just say just outlandish stuff about it. You got anything for the Kardashian ending, Tom, that you want to throw in?
Okay, so the Kardashians, they announced that they're going to end their show after this upcoming season. They're not going to have Keeping Up with the Kardashians on E anymore. Kim announced it on IG. She was pretty upset. Kourtney's already off the show. I mean, look, I grew up on that show. I got 2 older sisters. We watched it all the time. Kris Jenner is literally just the most conniving, most awesome human being ever. I watched her literally turn something they did on camera into just like an absolute empire. She's a savage. I think they're going to get replaced by the D'Amelios. I think it's like Kardashians leave, D'Amelios come in. So I'm sad to see it go, but all good things must come to an end. Do you watch? Are you a Kardashian fan?
No, but Liv is. I'm not joking when I'm telling you I was playing Call of Duty yesterday and she came down in actual tears.
Liv, I get it.
What am I going to do on Sunday? And I'm just like,
no more Lord Disick.
I'm so offended that you even said the D'Amelios, or however you say it, could ever replace the Kardashians. What are they bringing to the table?
The same.
No entertainment.
The same thing.
No.
This is what they're bringing, Liv. I'm showing you what they bring.
Oh, God.
A lot of dance moves. A lot of dance moves.
Did you see that G-Eazy thing?
Yes, I saw the G-Eazy thing. That's my favorite story ever.
So he just swapped girlfriends with a girl, right?
Let me break it down for you, all right?
Okay.
G-Eazy and Halsey had a very public relationship. They made the song, Him and I, banger, love it. They dated for like a year. Terrible breakup. I think he cheated on her, whatever. On the other side, Ashley Benson, who I believe is an actress or a model, dated Cara Delevingne, who is also an actress model. 2 girls, they were dating, and then Halsey and G-Eazy were dating. Both sides break up, swapped. Okay, so G-Eazy is now dating Ashley Benson, and Halsey is reportedly dating Cara Delevingne. So I don't know. I don't have any judgment. I'm just saying it is a wild story that these four celebs dated, and now they're all still dating. Like, do they hang out? And also, which side? Who's your favorite couple? Which couple do you like more? Cara Delevingne and Halsey. So you're talking about movie star, music star, or G-Eazy and Ashley Benson, who I think are further along. They might be engaged.
I'm gonna go with Halsey and the other one because I don't mess with G-Eazy. Machine Gun Kelly.
Wow.
I don't mess with him. Machine Gun Kelly, he did what he had to do with G-Eazy, ruined his career, ended it, game over, dead. So I don't mess around there. Halsey's dope. Love Halsey. Her music's awesome. So I'm gonna go with that one. Who do you think would win in like a 2-on-2 like street fight?
Halsey will kick everyone's ass.
I feel like Halsey
is
would whoop G-Eazy.
I mean, G-Eazy's like 6'5", but like Halsey is tough. She's got like
130.
She's like hey, if I'm not doing music and becoming 100 billionaire, I might just join a biker gang and become the baddest chick in the world. Like, those are her two sides.
Yeah, they win in a street fight. Snowing in September. See that?
It was 100 degrees in Colorado, and now it's a blizzard there. Very scary for our country, but how does that happen? Why does that
I
happen?
think it'd be great. I think if like at this point, like 2020 has done a phenomenal job of just creating chaos all the way through. So let's have this summer be like an ice age, like just blanketed in snow. Now we're fighting for like survival. There's no more podcasts, no more YouTube. There's just like, where's your next meal coming from? And I would be fine. Like if you drop me in the middle of Colorado right now and it turned into an ice age, I'd be fine. I'd get on a horse. I'd shoot right off the horse's back. I'd get a deer. I'd throw it over my shoulder. I'd be fine. I don't know about you. You're from New York. I don't know. Like,
it always snows in Minnesota, right?
What?
Where are you from? Wisconsin?
Don't do that. Yeah.
No, but like it snows all year round, right?
Snowing in September, that's when like Spence jumped on here and wanted to be all Texas and be like, wait, it's snowing in September? Like snowing in September is not that crazy. Like especially in the mornings in Wisconsin, you're driving to school like mid-September and like it just happened to be really like it'll drop down well below freezing like end of September. Now it won't be every single day, but snowing in September is nothing crazy. The Colorado story of like from 100 degrees down, that's nuts. But
yeah, it's scary.
Come on, stop playing. You know you're trying to get fly like your guy Larry. Go check out that gear right quick. And check out the videos right here and subscribe. Stop playing games, man. I've been trying to tell y'all.